This piece of work began last winter with me going into the studio and into my own personal practice and movement. And I spent some time connecting in with my own personal story and in terms of my ancestry. So I was especially connecting in with the ancestry on my father's line that goes back through the slavery and back roots into Africa. And that's where kind of a big heart of the piece came from that exploration. But also at the same time, that place of extreme separation and extreme illusion, also recognising that as a paradigm that exists within the individual. So this polarisation into victim and a perpetrator as something that happens in that history, but it's also something that happens in myself. I see that happening in myself, and I see that happening in other people, and I see that happening in cross-cultural misunderstandings, whether that's on a small scale between individuals or on a large scale between countries. And this real call for laying down that story and laying down that narrative of separation and stepping into a place where we go, okay, nobody's got the high ground of righteousness to stand on and point a finger at somebody else, but we're all in this together. We're all human, we're all imperfect, and what happens if we enter into this circle together? So hence the name Enter the Circle. Is like entering into this circle of life together and recognising our shared humanity, our ability to choose to lay down our differences, and what happens when we do that. So I worked with that in myself and in my movement practice, and then I brought that to the rest of the group. The idea was partly to do with bringing together different musical cultures and having and seeing what happened in the meeting place of those cultures. And it was also about bridging this gap between performance and ceremony, and I've spent a lot of time in ceremony that is based around music and dance and song, and just the exquisiteness and the richness of what can happen in that ceremonial space. One of the most valuable things for me from spending time in Zimbabwe and being in that ceremonial context is that there's no separation.
There's a lot of space in the middle here.
It's about everybody stepping in regardless of what's going on in their lives and how they're feeling. And I really wanted to bring that into this traditional context here, where there's some people performing and there's some people who are watching, and they're the ones who can do it, and our role is just to see and to hear and take it out of that into actually the role of all of us is to step in and participate, and it's only when we all step in and participate that we create the magic. The funding is what made this really possible. It's meant that I've been able to collaborate with many more artists living really far away, really high quality artists, and to bring my work to new venues with new audiences and to reach a lot more people, and the time to really invest in my work myself as an artist and witness that develop and grow and be so much stronger on the other side. It was really beautiful to experience the audience coming in, that feeling of the first people coming in and being slightly tentative and it's different and what are we supposed to do, but then as soon as anybody had come in and taken a seat in the circle, then everybody did, and it felt like such a relief. It's like, I don't have to be more special than you or more anything than you. We can literally, we're all on the same level, we're all in the same circle. This is now shared.
Be you if you have, if you don't have, it's all the same.
Beyond my expectations. I knew something of the music. I'd seen Denise dance, I've done some drumming with them, but to come and listen and to see so many people taking part in their own way, dancing, singing, clapping, everything, was just wonderful. And the ending, what can I say?
Just the power of a bunch of strangers in a room, and it just hits you really. Yeah.
I just felt really in a community, and I felt I was able to free myself as well this evening, which was really nice. So thank you.
It was like new and interesting. I don't think I've ever really experienced music that connects like the soul as well as the mind, and I feel like it was just really, really interesting to be able to learn about it and figure it out.
This diversity makes me feel flashbacks to my parents' country, and I really enjoy the diversity and the music and the dance.
So the experience tonight was amazing. It was something that I never had experienced in my life. It was so fulfilling, and I would like for real to experience it again. Thank you.
Whoa.